Today must be my lucky day, baby. You are the other time. Mm-hmm. 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 You are the other time. Let's go. Let's go to the movies. You are the time. Thank you. Bear smelly much. I forgot smelly much. We're back to this one again. You are the time. Love. Hey there, happy Mercury Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. For this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading, I'll be channeling with Theris. Oh yeah, everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below for you to see. For this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading, I will be channeling with Theris Vishnu, who's supporting the class Skin the Air Good. When I looked up Vishnu, he's a Hindu deity. He's also known as Narayana and Hari. And he's the preserver of the universe. He's the preserver that's within the Trimurti. He maintains cosmic order, known as Dharma. And he protects the universe, the cosmos from chaos and evil. He holds the conch, which is known as Shanka. He holds the discus, which is known as Sudarshana chakra. He also holds the lotus, which is known as Padma. And then he also holds the mace known as Gada. And he's often shown reclining on the serpent Sesha, floating in a cosmic ocean with his consort Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity, by his side. He has 10 primary avatars, one of who is Krishna. He restores balance whenever evil threatens to overpower righteousness. And then I asked Vishnu myself, who are you and how would you like for me to describe you? And the following came up. The number one came. I see it number one as the self. I see it as autonomy. I see it as having drive, motivation. I also see it as a new start, a beginning. And he also said he helps with rising above, overcoming control. He's meant to, and then control, I meant to say conflict, but somehow control came up. So yeah, rising above or overcoming control or conflict, mastery, leveling up from conflict, canceling out the noise and allowing to be divinely led, keeping your eyes on God through it all. There through times of betrayal, delay, heavy conflict, helps keep your energy and mind up, clear and focused on God. Toxicity, distraction, delay, binding, an attempt to keep down, pity and weakness. Vishnu assists with this and is there during these times, during times of disempowerment. He also is associated with power, and something here about being aware of the use and misuse of power energy. So that's there's Vishnu for you, and I'll be channeling him for this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. If you like a personal I'm sorry. If you're hearing extra sounds during the screen, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I don't handle if it gets too much. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share, much appreciated is helpful. And let's begin this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading. Hold on, I'm gonna come right back. I said this yesterday and I didn't do it. I'm gonna do it today. This love. Here we go. I'm gonna try to find it in here too so you can see the colors. Colors. Baby, where is she? That's crazy. Here we go. So I was letting y'all know, I was like, oh, I heard Padma before, and I heard Padma Sundari, and out of darkness, the light is born. Look how beautiful this is. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this too. My bad. Goodbye, y'all. Y'all can get out of here and do stuff to other people, not me. Bye. Don't come back. You're not welcomed. Bye. You're not welcomed ever. Bye. You're not welcome. So, I'm going to read this for y'all. Padma Sundari, out of darkness the light is born. The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. There's a lot about empowerment. Trust in your spiritual purpose as a light in this world. Trust particularly in your ability to bring purity, order, grace, and light to disorder, chaos, and destruction. Yeah, chaos as well. The divine is ever by your side and ever within your heart, assisting you with this higher purpose in all ways. All issues can be healed through the unlimited recourse and creative resourcefulness of the divine. You are destined to be part of a creative solution for any issue that you have in your life or that exists in the world and touches your heart. The issue only exists so that divine genius can resolve it. Struggles are sometimes the best way for us to learn something we need to understand for our life journey. Trust that when you ask for help, even apparently impossible situations can be turned around. With willing human engagement and divine grace, there is more than enough light, healing, creative innovation, wisdom, and energy available to keep Mother Earth and all her creatures, including humanity, thriving. Never give up your hope and trust in what is possible, nor your willingness to act upon that hope and trust. There's other stuff here. I'm going to do that another day. I'm not reading all that right now. Okay. So let us go. All right, let's begin. Far away from here, far away from here, far away from here. I woke you up, girly. Oh! Forevermore. I'm gonna do that one more time. Michelangelo, as above, so below. Two. One more. And I really want to spend it with you. You shine forevermore. That's a really long time, and I really want to spend it with you. Not you, my man. I had to clarify. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of the clarity cards, is Four of Grange, which is Four of Pentacles, is Parable of the Rich Fool. Top of the deck, user watching this right now, is Six of Candles, Six of Wands, the Fall of Jericho. Amount of time, and I really want to spend it with you. I shine and you shine forevermore. It's been a long time, and I really want to spend it with you. Why did I make Joseph look like that? I'm gonna shut up. Okay. I don't look like Joseph at all. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of the card that came out as Conjuring Legacy. Top of the deck, user watching this right now, is Hermetic Great Create. It's something about creation. There's something about strings. I lied. It's not about strings. There's something with like it is strings though. It's interesting. It feels like strings or lines, but what I'm really getting is when like there's like a one cell and then it starts to I don't know what the word is, but it starts to separate into two cells, and then it's like when it does that, and it has the lines, or the strings, and then it becomes a cell. It's something about that. Could be something about in process. I remember there was a specific name for that stage though, where it's when it's like this. I love Rema. You know what's crazy? I glanced again at because I was wondering why the star card is in reverse. I glanced at the top again, and I was like, oh, okay. It's very interesting before because I don't want to lose it. It's very interesting because at some point I was listening to somebody short, and he was saying basically you can't force someone to heal. Like they had to be willing to. They had to like receive it, be open to heal. I don't know. There could be something with being like stubbornness. I don't know. Even though it's like stubborn, in my opinion, when I put stubborn and steadfast, that was like in a good way or whatever. I don't know, just something with that. Okay, so for this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading, the topic is stubborn, steadfast. The card that came out is a star card in reverse. Bottom of the deck with a summary of that is the Ten of Swords. And the top of the deck, you're watching this right now, is the Two of Cups. And then to clarify the star card in reverse, you got the Hermit, John the Baptist. And then there's something about King of there's King of Grains, King of Pentacles, Joseph in charge of Egypt. And then here's the verse here, Genesis 41, chapter 41. Ooh, somebody could be 41 years old, or there's something about maybe 1941. There's something with 41. But you have Genesis 40, chapter 41, verses 41. And this is a new international version. And it says, so Pharaoh said to Joseph, I hereby put you in charge of the whole land of Egypt. There's something about like also like the Emperor card, which Aries, we're in the I think we're now either transitioning or we're in the waning gibbous moon in Taurus. But like we just came from the full moon in Aries, and the Emperor's Aries. There's something about like maybe autonomy, and like in one of my decks the Emperor card is called authority. There's something about being put in charge of something, and then it could be something about like on your own type of thing, an autonomous type of job or thing or something like that. Okay, again, so that King of Grains, then also we have your Knight of Chalices, Knight of Cups, young David, 1 Samuel chapter 16 verses 23. Whenever the spirit from God came on Saul, David would take up his lyre and play. Then relief would come to Saul. He would feel better, and the evil spirit would leave him. Maybe some of y'all could be into harp or music or something about the singing bowl and like having that scare away evil spirits. Then we have here 10 of feathers, 10 of swords. Samson loses his strength. Judges chapter 16 verse 19. After putting him to sleep on her. Ooh, wow. What is this? I don't want to jump because okay, Ten of Swords is like both right here, and then the star in reverse. You know, I've been hearing the Samson and Delilah stories lately, and it's crazy. It came here, this specific scene. There's something also about enchanting. Be cautious, be aware of being enchanted and then like being betrayed or something like that, thrown off in a way. Also, if there's something about music, maybe, and maybe you an enchantment, um, basically not saying what your strength is. Keep it to yourself. It could be music. I'm gonna leave it alone. Ten of feathers, ten of swords. Samson loses his strength. Judges chapter 16, verse 19. After putting him to sleep on her lap, she called for someone to shave off the 7 braids off his hair, and so began to. Ooh, my right ear is ringing. So began to subdue him, and his strength left him. And then, yeah, it's enchanting, yeah. There's some enchanting stuff. I don't know what it is. But it's like meant to stop something, it's meant to like do some shady stuff or whatever. Ooh, this song Vibes Don't Lie by Leon Thomas came up. There's something about definitely like the frequency and vibes and all that stuff. We have a creation solo magic. What was I was gonna look something up real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. It may come back up. All right. Vibes don't lie like the mouth do. I'm gonna say in case. I mean, the end of the week is gonna be 10-10. So there could be something about that about the end of the week. Something being cut, something being stopped. Um, it could be something about music, clapping, frequency, like, and I say authenticity is a filter. It could be that too. Frequency. There's something about also your voice, about saying something or whatnot. And like the tone or something, sound maybe, and it's like maybe putting a stop to something. But some of you could be seeing 10-10, or whatnot. And there's something about destruction, a completion, and it's a completion where it's done. It's not happening. That's it. The end. There's a new beginning now. We're ushering in the new. There's something here about it could be some devilish stuff, demonic stuff, to be completely honest. There's a lot coming up. It could be something about like sexual things. Um I'm getting like sexual things, like I'm getting like just like seducing. What's interesting, and then this may not relate, but it may, is the song that's playing, Vibes Don't Lie. And there's just something about the frequency. I'm gonna leave that. There's something there. There's something here about also order, also, and getting some type of work done. There could be something about a reputation. There's also something about your autonomy. Ooh, all by myself, I stand alone. The Camelot animation movie. I gotta watch that again. Is it Return to Camelot? I don't remember. I want to watch that again. But anyways, and there's something about standing on your own and like who you are, maybe your character. You could speak for yourself. Ooh, vibes don't lie like the mouth do. Um, People could say things, but like your vibes or your frequencies speak for themselves, and that speaks over the mouth. There's also having some type of drive, a lot. Maybe there's some type of drive or motivation here. The fact that the star card is in reverse, though, it's like It could be. It could be. It's something about like It's something about having drive and like being motivated, self motivated, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like putting in the work. And something about your character. Beware of, just in case I'm gonna say this, beware of like entities, people, something here about that, like attempting to stop that. And it could be by word of mouth. It could be by mental games. It could be by like seducing and all that stuff, hypnotizing, and something with frequencies. Something about you in charge, the boss, the leader. It could be of yourself or of something here. They have like, I guess, ascending numbers in a way, like, so it's like 8, 9, 10 type of thing. There could be something about expanding, ascending, moving forward, progression, and all of that stuff. Each and every time we play, you're gonna be my vixen. There's something about your inner cosmos. Pay attention to your inner. You have to go inside. A lot, yeah. There's a lot about going inside, like heavily. There's something about. There could be something about the inner cosmos. Beware of energies attempting to like isolate you, not have you shine. And there's something about frequencies being off. Reconnect with yourself, center yourself. There may be some type of like attempt to block from cosmic library, the Akashic records. I can't wait to be done with this reading. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say it out loud because like it's like what? Yeah. Okay. Like all of this is annoying. I don't like the whatever. I don't care if people be talking about toxic positivity. I'm y'all this toxic negativity. Okay, why are we constantly talking about the same shit for years, bro? Like it's like what? Why are entities people still doing shit? Like okay, oh, I'm gonna leave it alone. Moving forward, there's something here also about um I don't. This could be with like another person or other people. Right now, the Two of Cups and the Knight of Chalices is giving me. There could be like something, especially what I read in that verse or whatnot. There could be something about like people connecting together, where there's like two people or more or whatnot, and there's something about like how it's like a fit in a way. There's a fit. Also, I'm getting there's it's like needing to have like your waters, motions, intuition, or whatnot, in balance. So when you are following the compass of the water compass, the compass of the waters or whatnot, it's clear, it's straightforward. Oop, my left ear is ringing. That's why I wanted to look up. Okay, I love that happened. He talking about drowning. He want to drown in it. What is it called again? Okay. And then, okay, so I did all of that. Yeah, some of you may be in solitude, might be isolation. something about searching deep inside of you. This could be the steadfastness or whatnot. Randomly, I'm gonna say this too, because yeah. So this is why I really preach the word of being steadfast. I preach the word of being, no, not steadfast, being like, you guys got to practice like presence, practice presence, because like I'm telling you, when the frequencies come, it could just like, and then it could happen like in a second, and then you're like, what happened? Like, and this could be people, it could be in a wave of people with a person, and I'm telling you, it's like they use the tone of their voice, they use frequency, air, water, they use their sexuality, like a Jezebel or a Jigaboo. Um, Actually, somebody actually confirmed that Jigaboo is the male version of a Jezebel. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was like, is it Jigaboo? I was like, yeah, it's a Jigaboo. And it's just like, so, oh my gosh. I know it's obvious, but this is what I'm trying to say. Like, that's why we have Samson and Delilah here, because that's what Delilah was doing. She kept like seducing him to get his secret so they could defeat him or whatnot. So there's something about that there. Okay, moving on. Something could be a little scrambled. It could, like I said, it's like the frequencies or something in the air. There's something in the. That was happening the other day. Yeah, something in the air or whatnot, or like in the ethers, and something turned upside down. It's very funny that I was saying as above, so below, Michelangelo and all this stuff. Um, Something turned flipped upside down, like the cosmos or something like that, or something is like, with the freak. It's weird, and they've been saying this too. Stay steadfast. Be very stubborn about it. So I have mad examples, but I got to think of one of them. There was one that came up. Do I want to say this? You know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna be so real right now. Oh, so I'm celibate, so I'm not having sexual intercourse until I am married, and I'm not having it in the honeymoon or nothing. We gotta make sure that we're good, and then I'm gonna have sex. But before I chose to be celibate or whatnot, what should call it? I was messing with this dude, okay, and I was noticing things. He was doing subtle stuff, and I started noticing, and that's why part of the reason why I stopped, and I'm like, or whatnot. This is crazy because Victoria Monet just came on FUCK. That is crazy. That is wild. No way. But yeah, so messing with him. When I used to like have like a FUCK, a friend you can keep kind of thing, I was very like specific about it. Like I understood like what it was. I wasn't getting it mixed up or anything. You know what I mean? It wasn't messy to me. I just had a person and then they had me, and then, we would like kind of like satisfy each other or whatnot. But there was this weird thing, and I feel like he was, and it's very interesting. I'm not going to say that. I know exactly what this is, but it was very interesting because he was the one that really, really locked in, like made me see what this was. I had a subtle feeling that like, I feel like whenever I would have like a friend with benefits or a friend you can keep, FUCK, basically they would do subtle things to like make me feel weird, like bad about myself. like they would either say subtle stuff or they would play subtle stuff or act a certain way. And it's like I was wondering like why are y'all doing that? Like that's weird because it's long for me to explain why I think it's weird and why you're treating me like that when we're just simply like just messing with each other. You know, I'm not doing anything bad to you, but anyways, he made me realize very heavily like um that these dudes were like that was like messing with were just subtly dissing me while messing with me sexually. Like and I had a realization of that too, where like I was just doing things with men who didn't even like me. Like cursing myself. But anyways, we're not gonna go off topic. So he was doing this other one, but there was this one I go through different like processes and transformation. So I went through a process of transformation, and when I met up with him again, like the energy was heavy, like it was undeniable, and like he was trying, like I could tell the transition, like what he was doing, the sounds and everything, like the music and like what he was doing, how what he was saying, like and then when he like was trying to be smooth with it, I laughed. And I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to laugh, but I laughed because like I was so aware of what was going on, like the seduction. It was weird. It was I don't know how to explain it to y'all. That was what it made me think about. It made me there's something about being like steadfast when you can notice like the energies are off and weird, like being steadfast in that. And I remember like one more time after that, he was just being very disrespectful. So I was like, nah, bro, like I'm not effing with you anymore. Like, and I left and I blocked him. I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like you're tripping. There's something about being steadfast, and I'm just wondering, like, if somebody's gonna try to turn something on, and oh my gosh, I know what this is. They're gonna try to turn something on. It could be mostly for you, like just sexual, seductive, and it doesn't even have to be like intercourse, right? It could be just somebody using their body. It's crazy. I talked about this with Capricorn way back, and I've been constantly saying that. But yeah, they use their body, they use their voice, their smell, and everything to allure and to like do all these things and to basically like throw things off while you're in this like hypnotized type of energy. I hope you get what I'm saying, man. And we're gonna move on. There is some betrayal. There is some BS. Somebody trying to cut something off from your crown, from you knowing something, from people knowing something, or something like that. And it's seductive. It could be something with music too. Hertz frequency. I keep saying that. I apologize. And then there's something about the self. It's interesting how it starts with like the Hermit card, and that's like you with yourself and inner, and then it ends with the Two of Cups and the creation solo magic, and is given what you call it like with yourself type of thing. How like things are coming up. I don't even know how to explain it without sounding like I'm just word salad and rambling. There's something about self. Maybe some of y'all do got to be celibate. Connect with yourself sexually. Women, men, okay? Look at yourself in the mirror, nude. What you call it? Do that stuff. Do what she doing. You know what I mean? Kind of do what she doing. Men, women. This is simply just like intimacy. It doesn't have to be, like I said, sexually. It's intimacy with yourself. There's something about the self, having your waters together or whatnot. This is interesting. Stubborn, steadfast. Oh my goodness, here we go. So there's this song by by Megan Thee Stallion called Downstairs DJ. Um if you listen to the song, you'll get what she's talking about. Downstairs DJ. But there's a part where she goes in part of the chorus where she says, "Nigga can't stress me if he can't sex me. Finna get locked dry trying to impress me." So basically, like what this is giving me, like this is something about like you can't be seduced or like played with or anything. It sexually like intimately, like seductively, or whatever trickster frequency hurts music, whatever BS this is. You can't be tricked because nigga can't stress me if he can't sex me. Finna get locked dry trying to impress me. What I was saying about my experience with dude, at some point I was seeing what he was doing and trying to impress me and do all this stuff. And I laughed. I literally laughed and he stopped and it killed the mood. But I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I know what's going on right now. This is literally like pathetic. Okay. What came out as a star of verse? Something's off. Bottom of the deck, some top bottom of the deck, and it may be something about like not healing or something is off. The frequency is off. Energy. Bottom of the deck, 10 is this 10 of swords, which is summary of the star in reverse, is 10 of swords. There's something about like putting a stop to something, cutting something off. Yeah, it's just it's to happiness, and it's like to long, like actual genuine long term tangible like happiness, love, you know what I mean? Something that is deep, is to the core, it's not surface level. Like there's something about that. I don't know if somebody's trying to not explain, and you know what, read or watch a video or movie on Samson and Delilah. I have a whole DVD of it. Like it's a really good movie. But they basically were annoyed. They were annoyed with Samson because like they were throwing all this stuff at him and he was just like on it, to the point that like they had this girl try to come and do all this stuff. Anyways, so yeah, that top of the deck user watching this right now is Two of Cups. I don't think this is what anybody else. I mean, this could be, but there's something about like balance with your waters. I feel like self love. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, self love as well. Be having yourself balance in yourself so that like you're not thrown off or anything like that. Yep. Yes. So you are steadfast even through the oppression, the BS. You are steadfast even through the oppression, the BS that may be attempting to happen. Yeah. No matter what. No confusion. You know what it is. And then to clarify, the star in reverse is the Hermit, King of Grains, then the Knight of Chalices, and the Ten of Feathers. This is an interesting ass reading. I could go deeper, but we're gonna be here for a long time. I'm cool. They want me to call shit out. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you are good within yourself, yeah, nothing can really, no frequency, no seducing and hypnotizing could really happen or put you back to sleep or something like that. All right. All right, so we have here creation solo magic. I flow through life on the waves of nurturing waters. I ride in peace with myself and the love surrounding me. Creation energy is the energy of self-love and pleasure. The figure in the card raises their hands while water flows upward, all around them and into the sky. This card shows itself when you need to give yourself some tender loving care. TLC, maybe that looks like a spa day, a massage. That's what I mean, like intimacy and all that stuff. It doesn't have to be like sexual, but yeah. Retail therapy, or simply staying in bed doing what you want. This card asks you to take time for yourself away from busy work, family, friends, and loved ones who expect you to be available. It is okay to reschedule that meeting or cancel that lunch for your reality. Be mindful and resist the temptation to fall into creation energy alone as part of a routine. We all live on this living being together. Then the crystal pairing is soda light. Soda light. I haven't heard of soda light in my media. And Aquarius is here. And so is Virgo. You could be any of those signs. The signs could be in chart. It could be an energy that's reading. It could be the planetary placements. It could be anybody around you. All that stuff. Okay. We have a genuine, yeah, which is actually said meaning truly what something is said to be, authentic and sincere. Yeah, something's off. It's over by the where something's off. Because you know what genuine is actually. Yeah, you have no clue. Like, I'm at a certain place where like things are happening and people are doing stuff, and I'm just like laughing. I laughed even earlier today because of like what I was seeing. I literally stopped and I was like, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but I have to laugh right now because what you're doing right now. Okay, I pity the fool. Anyways, we have here the planet Neptune. I have here the planet Neptune. This is illusions. You know, so Neptune rules Pisces, right? There could be some Pisces energy here. But to me, I feel like Pisces is a lot of love, a lot of water. And that's why sometimes people don't know what to do with it. People don't know what to do with Pisces. It's a lot of love, it's a lot of water. But yeah, it rules Pisces, so something with Pisces. And then yeah, there's something about delusion, illusion. There could be something about heavy intuition. Yeah, and there could be things about this. So I'm just gonna say this: beware of like definitely like sexual interaction because it can throw off your intuition. There's also something about like that's crazy, like having heavy faith, like being very heavily like have a heavy belief in yourself. Yes. Ooh, delicious, delicious, delicious. Self worship, delicious. Ooh, I like that. Having heavy belief or whatnot, and it could be in yourself. So we have this Cashapp, the homegirl. Bro. And that's what I mean. I'm like more careful in like crowds and stuff like that. When I go to like events and stuff like that, and you know, playing music and people doing certain things, I'm very careful not to like just willingly sway with the wave. And if I do sway with the wave, like I feel like I want to dip in there or whatnot with everybody and stuff like that, I make sure I have my watch, and then I always make sure at a certain amount of every certain amount of time to just like kind of sit back from the crowd, or to sit down for a second, go to the bathroom or go outside, or even just like stop literally randomly and look around me and see what's going on and feeling it, just to make sure, because you're not sweeping me up in this BS. So yeah, we have here Cashapp. When I looked her up, it says that she's a scribe. She's basically an Egyptian deity. Okay, she is known to be a scribe. She's known for writing. She's a record keeper. She's known for knowledge, wisdom, such as mathematics, astrology, architecture, astronomy, etc., etc. She's related to Thoth in some way. They say she's related to. She's like his female female version of something like that. Okay, they say wife, daughter, sister. That's crazy. All of that. There's no clear thing. I looked, so whatever. But she's associated with Thoth. Okay, and she, if you look her up, she has like a marijuana leaf on top of her head. And I asked Cashapp, who are you? How would you like to describe yourself? The following came up. The number 5 came up, and the zodiac signs Sagittarius and Gemini came up. And she said perseverance and divine time, like magic, and expression with moderation, patience over time, allowing things to reveal over time, divine timing. Strength is in rest, meditation, staying centered. Yes, that last part. Strength is in rest, meditation, and staying centered. That's what I mean. When you in motion, I having so sick. But yeah, when you're emotional all the time, like sometimes you really can't really see the deceit, the weird stuff going on. So sometimes maybe you need to center yourself, be with yourself, make sure you are okay with you. I wish I could show her, but she's really, make sure you're okay with yourself. Make sure you know thyself and your energy, how you feel, your frequency, so that you know when something's off. Okay, that's it for this week's Mercury Day Energy Reading on the topic. Stubborn, steadfast. If you're like a person already, you can visit my link. You can email me, set up a day and time. That will be in the description. My speed. See, like, comment, share, subscribe. That's very much appreciated. Until then, peace out.